Hey folks, welcome back. So, we're on round number 75, and I've made a bit of a mistake here, I'm afraid. So, the issue that we've got at the start of this turn is starvation. That old favourite problem from Shadow Empire. We are getting some starvation right out in the outskirts of our territory. Why are we getting starvation? How is this happening? Well, I think I made a mistake. This is not the only reason, by the way. I'm just taxing my industry way too heavily. I think that's the main reason. But I have made a small mistake, and that mistake is not taking the opportunity to privatize this asset here. We've got the. Let me just go to. Oh, here we are. So we've got this transport hub here. Now you'll see that this is the transport hub at 4229, okay, which is the hex associated with Kirkwall itself. We've also got the adjacent hex here, which is 4128. Now 4128 is this truck station here. Now if you actually look, this truck station here generating 800 truck points, and it's pushing them out this direction. It's going to get, it then gets refocused at this point. Look here, okay. So we're losing. Every time you hit. When one truck station or rail station, whatever it is, meets another, you lose 25% of the points, and then you'll get it refocused again. Look, so when we hit here, if you look at 41, hold on. So this was 4128. Let's just actually look at Visa. You'll see if we look at 4128, we've actually got a 58% refocusing penalty, and 20, and that's for the action points, and we lose 50% for the actual points themselves, okay? Because it's a second refocus. So you don't really want to have lots and lots of truck stations. It's really inefficient. You can do that at the start of the game when you're trying to plug gaps, but it's as a long-term strategy, it's actually very, very inefficient. It doesn't work. Really, what we wanted to do is one of two things. We either nationalize this transport hub 1. That would be the smart thing to do. Alternatively, you run a road around it, and that's you're going to lose action points that way. But but the road also can't be connected up to these. Okay, so for example, what we'd have to do is cut this road off from the north, and then run it around like that. That's another way of doing it, okay, so that we don't get this refocusing penalty in Kirkwall itself. So what would that look like? Okay, it would look something like this. We have this road going up here, we have that road going down there, so that now this truck station is actually avoiding Kirkwall itself. The problem is by doing that, and then you have to cut the road here, and you cut the road here, and you cut the road here, right? The problem with doing that is then you're kind of bypassing Kirkwall completely. So this can make sense if you've got let's say you've got some kind of transnational highway thing, and you don't want to be getting a refocusing penalty from infrastructure within the city itself. I've done stuff like this in my games before, but this is just all skirting around the issue that we don't have enough money, basically. Because if I had enough money, I would just nationalize this transport hub immediately, and the one at 4128, this asset here, this would just be gone. I wouldn't bother with it. There's no need for it. It doesn't need to exist. The one at Carry, we could just get rid of it. And ideally, we don't just build this one up to a high level and just get rid of all of them that are on this route that we don't need. There are several. But because I'm dumb, I mean, look, next turn we're going to get more points this way, but we still got a bottleneck. So this has got to be dealt with. This is just putting a band-aid over a problem. It's just going to get worse and worse, basically, until we sort it out. Now, there is one potential solution to this. We probably do have enough points now, kind of metal and industry, to get up some kind of rail infrastructure. Okay, that's one thing we could do. We could get a rail line. We could make a rail station here. And then I could just bang a railhead here, and maybe just get one out to Visa. Let's have a look at what that would cost. Rail costs 30 industrial points plus 30 metal per hex. It's quite expensive. So that would be 200 metal out that way. 200 metal. So it's going to cost us about 500 metal and about what's that? 100 industrial points, right? We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know. We'll just put it here, like, you know, where this truck station is, and then we're going to put a railhead there, and then the truck station can pick it up. And then what we do is we cut off the truck points that direction. So there's no truck points now going that way. What's happening is everything's going to be loaded up at the railhead. That's going to help things going out. I don't think you can load stuff at a railhead and go back, but yeah, I think it only works one way, but I'm not sure about that. I'll be honest, I'm not really sure how it works. That's one thing we could do. So what have we got? We've got like 200, 400 metal, about 200 industrial points. Alternatively, we could just bite the bullet and say, okay, this turn we ain't buying anything. You know, this turn is going to be spent on sorting out infrastructure, and then we, you know, let's say we want to fix this one first. We just put rail all the way down here. That's a whole bunch of industrial points, and then we spend it. We will spend 125 metal on top and 125 industrial points for a railhead on that side, and then we spend the money on a rail station at Kirkwall. Okay, that would help because rail's really good. Like you get, I mean, you know, we that will fix our supply issues probably, and you want rail. Okay, like rail is really good. What's annoying me is we've got all this industrial points kind of potentially wasted up this way, although at this moment we've got bottlenecks going all the way up. I think I'm not quite sure exactly what's causing this this big bottleneck. We can there is a way to look, right? So if we go to Kirkwall, where's the SHQ? There we go. Okay, so we select the SHQ, and then we actually we click on the supply icon here, supply received, and on the SHQ this has got a different function to any of the other. When you click on any other unit, on any other unit, right, that is drawing supply from the SHQ. Like let's have a look at something that's out of supply. So like these guys here, these are slightly out of supply, so they're in a yellow pickup zone, which means they're not getting quite as much natural pickup. We can actually look at this if we go to use points. So look, supply came down this road, and you can see it from these, you know, these points here, and then you can see where where local supply started kicking in. These are trucks basically that are being driven from your units out to the main supply lines. You know, like jeeps, maybe motorbikes, might even be on foot. These guys are hot-footing it backwards and forwards from the supply line and picking up supplies where they can. Look, we're even getting them. This unit is actually getting them from down here, and these guys, look, they were taking supplies right this way. Can you see this? So they were taking 12 supply here, and then they were losing it because of the points. Okay, so for example, this 3rd Machine Gun Infantry Brigade HQ under Elmira Douglas, she was actually trying to take them from this line here. So that's part of the problem we've got. All right. By the way, this is one quick fix that we can do here is just do this. But honestly, I think I'm going to go for the rail. I'm going to spend a turn just, you know, building rail. Now we've got a truck station 8 coming out. This is at Texifort, so we'll just leave that there. We want that. Then we've got a rare metals mining facility and a hydroponic food factory. I don't care about these yet. Actually, they're not that important. What is important is we fix this supply issue quick, because it's kind of going to be, you know, we haven't lost any troops, I don't think. I can't remember if I finished my point. Anyway, so you can see these guys. Look, they if you actually click on them individually, you'll see that this is the supply that they're picking up, right? And they received and requested. Sorry, they received 2 food, right? And they requested 10. That's what this means. And this is the upkeep and stops. So the upkeep. Yeah, they've got 2 food with the ideal 20, so they need 20, right? This is what they need in order to keep going. These guys don't carry any more than they can keep. Than they need. They need to be supplied every single turn. So it's food specifically. Now I don't know why it was that food specifically wasn't being sent out. Whether it is that Kirkwall is not making the right amount of food. I mean, if we just go to, let's have a look at food. Look, we produce 1,400 here. We sent out, we consumed 400, and then we sent out 1,000, and we've got 892 in stock. I think what's happened here is that they've prioritized food last. Don't know why they did that. Usually food doesn't work like that. Now, my understanding is that food, if you're completely out of pickup range, then food will be sent first. Oh, that's right. Okay, so look here, for example, if we're looking at the 11th Machine Gun Infantry Battalion here, or even the 13th, they've not actually used any of their what's this? FOC food. This is food consumption. Oh, okay. So right, so they consume 10 every turn, and they've got food stocks, and then they've got ammo. So they didn't actually, they asked for no replacements, and they asked for no ammo. But that makes sense. They've not been in combat yet, so that's the reason. They were just asking for the bare minimum of food, and they didn't receive it. This is not a good look. So anyway, sorry about the sort of lengthy explanation, but I think it's sometimes useful for players who are aware of how to diagnose issues with the SHQ. Generally speaking, you want to look at your logistics lines and first look at the bottlenecks, figure out where the bottlenecks are. Then you can look at why it is that the bottlenecks are happening. In this case, I think long-term long-term viewers of my channel will have seen this coming. They'll have been like, why did you not do this earlier? And I think I said the answer was I was just trying it out. I was just trying out to see if you could keep this going for long, but I know the rules. I should have known really that this 25% branching penalty that you're going to get is just going to start getting pretty serious. Now, like having a route with multiple level 1 things does work up to a point, apart from when you start getting overuse like this, and then I mean, for example here, Corona's actually sending it. I don't know why it's sending those out that way. Corona has a truck station, and it appears. Hold on. Right, let's block those. Okay, that's better. Like we will. There we go. Look, see that? Just that one traffic light. What I've just put in there. That was blocked. That one issue. Well, that didn't make any difference. Okay, now it's that's weird, isn't it? It's weird. Put that in there, turned it on and off, and then it kind of this is what I mean about this system's just a little bit inconsistent. I don't know what it's done there. Like before, this was still sending out stuff this direction, I think. Look, now we're getting like 900 this way, unless I'm reading that wrong. I'm pretty sure when I put that in there, that's what. Oops, that's not the right one. Yeah, we don't want to be sending it down that way anyway, do we? So, I mean, these two here technically should be redundant, I think. Now we might be getting a branching penalty of this. Anyway, we're now cutting off this excess. We don't need this. Look, this is like, we don't need this. This is a bad idea. This was a good idea when we were kind of exploring up this way, but we don't need this road now. I'm just gonna rather than remove it completely, I'm just going to cut it off because I don't want to have to rebuild it again. It might be useful at some point to reactivate this line. This is where the traffic lights come in handy. And let's just cut that one off here. Now the only obviously the issue with this is then you're faffing around with loads of traffic lights, and I know some people just don't like that at all. They don't enjoy that system. I don't mind. I like this. I think it's fun to do. I don't know why. I don't like, from a game design perspective and from someone who is a gamer, I don't really understand why it is that I would find this interesting. But this was one of the reasons why I was quite resistant to the whole pull system when it first came in, because I was like, what's wrong with this? This is cool. But most people didn't like it. Well, not most. Some people didn't like it. And I was part of a kind of vocal, I'd say, minority of people who kind of said they didn't really like that new change. And I got to be honest with you, I still don't like the pull system. I don't understand how it works. I don't think anybody does. I think Vic understands how it works, and he doesn't seem to be letting on. So I mean, what are you going to do? Anyway, I've given enough to airtime to kind of complaining about that, and I'm not going to do it anymore. I don't actually think it's a bad system. This is the annoying thing. I think it's a good system. It's just a bit opaque, and it's one of the most opaque things in Shadow Empire, because it kind of if there is an algorithm behind it, which there obviously is, I can't figure it out. So I think Vic's left that deliberately. I don't think he wants people knowing all the algorithms and inner workings of his game, and that's absolutely fair enough. That's his decision, and there are good reasons for people to do that. Anyway, let's get on with this game. So history. Yeah, I'm going to have to sort of speed up my exploration somehow. The thing is, we can't do that until we've got logistics. I do think that, but by the way, just to round off what I was saying about this whole logistical issue, I think Good lord, where am I? Here we are. I think what I've got to do is I am going to go ahead and build a railway station, and I'm going to get a rail station from here to Weimar, from Kirkwall to here, and then that's gonna help. I think that's absolutely critical that I do that now. So I think let's get the rail station up. It's going to take 2 turns. We are going to need some. We're going to need some machines, and then let's get a rail station. We'll get this one up here to Weimar first. I think it's going to be like 700 metal and 300 industrial points, and then we're going to get this one out this way, and we can just about make it. That leaves us with 100. Like, this is not going to go out. This is not going to work for a while, but. Yeah, I probably should have waited actually to put the to rail in. It doesn't matter too much. So what we're going to do is we're going to get anything that's extraneous that's being built. So if we go to this construction report, by the way, you can click on these. So if we click on the hydroponic food factory, for example, we don't need this yet. So let's just put this down to like 50% or 20. What's it drawing every turn? 125 industrial points per turn. So if we get that down to 25, we don't need this yet. This is not important. I was literally just building this so that we get some, more people into Visa, which is working, by the way. We're almost at that threshold for the next level. The other thing was we were building a rare mining metals facility, and a truck station at Texfort. So this is also not essential. Now, this one is going to be taking metal and industrial points. So again, I'm happy for this to take like 8 turns. It's not going to take 8 turns, by the way. I'm just going to drop it down to 25% for the start, and just make sure that we get this rail station up. Then we're going to we also need to get rail heads up here as well. Oh yeah, that's a good point. So what we do is we'll put a rail head up, and again we're going to put that down to 50%. So that's going to take 2 turns to come out, and I'll just put this one up now, and we're just going to have to put up with some crappy logistics for a couple of turns. Okay, so we yeah, this is going to tax our systems a little bit more. We're probably going to get a little bit of starvation. So what I'm going to do, if we're not if we're not careful, we're not going to be getting pick up. So I'm actually going to move these guys back now. Let's just let these. We are going to get some pick up this way probably, but let's just make it easy for my troops, and we'll just move them back. This side, I think there's not a lot we can do with these guys. I think we're just going to have to move them back. Did these guys get food? No, it's food that they're not getting. I need to get all of these back. I'd rather spend the fuel on moving them. We've also got another issue, by the way, and that issue is we've got some troops encroaching in. They're looking like they're going to try and cut us off. So let's just sort of... Yeah, I think I'm going to... Oh, hang on, there we go. We got another one here. I don't think that those guys are going to have enough action points now to cut us off. They might try and get out on here or something, in which case, yeah, that's going to be annoying. But I think that they would have to go like that, and then they're going to lose action points because they're going to be adjacent to multiple units. So I think we're all right there. I think we're okay. All right, VidCom. Salt gun, we've discovered deep core mining, which is... no, do we need that? I can't remember on this game whether we got fuel or not. And then we've got a bunch of cards. So, yeah, no, there's no fuel on this. We're going to need deep core mining. I think deep core mining is actually going to be pretty useful on this game. We don't have any fuel. Fuel's a real problem, actually. I don't think we've got any way of making money either. Oh, we're in big trouble, guys. We're in big trouble. Are these guys getting supply here? Yeah, a little bit. Let's just move these back up. Yeah, these guys. I knew these guys would die. I was trying to get down here further, but I just think we're going to lose that. That wasn't very smart of me, but what you can do. Okay. Just going to move the rest of them around. I think I'm just not going to attack here. I'm going to wait. I don't want to lose like any territory here. I'm going to risk these guys starving. I think I'd actually rather that happen than I'd rather lose a few troops than lose that volcano territory, that square that we've got, because we need to get this volcano technology up. That's really, really important to my strategy, I think. I mean, we can go with the deep core mining or the serpentinization. God, what a mouthful. But yeah. Okay, decisions. Walkout agitator in Mars. Which one's Mars? I don't even know I had a place called Mars. Is that here? Ah, here we are. We put a new zone up, didn't we? Interesting. Okay. So, yeah. No, can't get anyone who can move in there. There we go. Okay, we got some bikes up. So, this is going to give me meritocracy. I've already got meritocracy. We were trying to go into democracy, weren't we? So let's just give them some... Oh, no, I can't do that. How many turns of money have we got? 60 credits, negative cash flow. Okay, we can do this. I think I'd rather do that this turn. Masters without leadership. We've got Gwen Burke and we've got Bertie Murchmore. These are all really bad leaders, by the way. These are all just Cap 1 useless heroes. I kind of want to... I really need to get rid of them. I probably should be spending some political points at retiring these useless people. Yeah, he might be alright. Let's just get him in there. Militia commemorative plaque. New director of Applied Science Council. We need someone here. Let's just see what else we've got to do this turn before. Economic Council task priorities. Right. Prospecting has been really helping us finding metals, so I'm just going to keep. I want to keep prospecting up. Economic policies change. Let's drop that down and put everything else up. Let's try and get a little bit more into discovery and research. Bit more into research. Applied Science Council task priorities. What have we discovered so far? Okay, we got a load of them. Mining techniques might be quite useful. We've got a load of aircraft stuff, and then some weapons things. Yeah, we've not discovered any of these yet, really. So we want to put something. We want to put a decent amount into discovery. Let's put about 70. Let's put 66% in. 2/3. Model design. Again, model design is just not much use at the moment. What did we get in that last... I forget what we built now. Okay, we discovered assault gun. Okay, we didn't build anything that turn. Let's just have a look at what they're actually doing at the moment. Oh, we're not developing any models, that's right. Okay, so I remember now, I decided I wasn't going to bother. Don't want to build any tanks yet. Yeah, I think we're wasting. We don't need that, basically, is what I'm trying to say. Okay, Applied Science Council. Let's try and get a decent leader. God, please, can we have a decent leader? I think the answer is no, isn't it? Maybe we try and play scrap card roulette. The problem is that scrap card roulette is just roulette. Roulette sucks. It sucks. Yeah, it's nation we want, so let's see if we can figure something. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of some of these. Yeah, I don't care about Supreme Leader Day. I don't care about the Ancient Depot, really. None of these are giving much points, are they? I'm going to get rid of one of those. Okay, we got a thinking commercial area out of it. Which one's thinking? Oh, that's mind. Okay. Okay, we need 26. Alright, so we didn't get... Again, scrap card roulette failed us, but what do you expect when you're gambling? It's just... You know, you're not going to get what you want, really. Where did that card go? Got a loyal extractor. Ah, okay. He might have been worth playing, maybe. Okay, anyway. Let's just roll the dice for the junior, I guess. Let's see if we can get someone good. Was that another capability 1 crap person? I guess so. Yeah, look, because we started going into democracy now, and democracy just seems to give you the worst people. I like that, by the way. if that is how it works, that's very, very accurate to life. Meritocracy gives you better, more capable people, and democracy gives you all the dregs. Oh, it's not going to make me popular saying that, but I'm afraid it's true. Right. Oh, I don't know. Gwen Burke, maybe. I mean, she's at least got some rudimentary ability inside. She's got 15 intelligence. This guy's going to be better.
Aye, aye, sir.
Michael Jellyman. What is that name from? Oh, it's from Steins Gate, isn't it? The Jellyman. I remember that. Okay, I'm willing to bet that not a single one of you who watches my videos will know what Steins Gate is. But if you do, I give me a shout out in the comments, because Steins Gate, by the way, is, if you've if you've never played it, and it's not really a game, it's more of it's a visual novel. But the story in it is absolutely amazing, and it's got some of the most amazing character design that I've read in any books. It's absolutely phenomenal, and everything about it is just so well done. Like, it's, yeah, Steins Gate, seriously, go and it's on sale fairly regularly. So when it's like, you know, if you can pick it up for $10 or £10 or something, go and get it, because it's absolutely amazing. The story in it's absolutely mind-boggling, and don't spoil it for yourself either. Don't go on Wikipedia and look up what it is, because you will spoil it for yourself. It's a game. It's a very, 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 very well written sci-fi story, very, very dark and very, very fun. So yeah, go and check it out. Steins Gate, man. Anyway, right, now I've done my sales pitch. Yeah, well, this is going to be a whole episode just with this one episode. I think I don't think I can do much more here, guys, so I'm going to end the turn, and I'm going to end the episode. So I hope you enjoyed that. Let me know what you think about the sort of like deeper detailed focused look at things like economy. I might have slowed myself down here by building too much stuff at once, but I think, you know, we're just going to accept that we're going to be a little bit restrained with resources until we get this rail stuff up. All right, guys, take it easy. I'll catch you next time. Bye.